friends. Happy Wednesday. Hello, hello. Just waiting for the YouTubes to get with us here. I'm just still playing with lights. Still playing with lights. Can't quite get it to look the right way I want, but we'll get there one day. Oh yeah, now it's totally weird. Now it's like I'm in the dark. Anyhow, hello friends. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Let's try this. Let's turn those off for a second. What?
Do you need help?
No, I'm good, sweetie. Thank you. No, okay. I'm good. Thank you. See you later.
Love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye. All right, friends. Hello. Hello. There we are. We're still a little off center. One of these days I'll get it figured out. Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to... don't mind me. Just Sam was here for a while and we had dinner and then he's leaving and you know, all the things all at once. Hi guys, happy Wednesday. Welcome to What's New Wednesday. Wednesday-ish. I always say it's every Wednesday-ish. So if I'm not traveling, and sometimes there's just really not enough to do a whole kind of live for. But when I'm not traveling and when there are fun things for me to show and tell, then we get together here on my YouTube channel on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Have to do a little change in my head because I'm actually Mountain Time. So 6:30 Pacific, and I show you lots of fun new things that I have brought into my website at lailbymail.com and kind of tell you a little bit why I decided to bring them in. So that is our plan for tonight. Tonight, some little things here and there that are fillers from some things that were not necessarily on back order, but the manufacturer hadn't received them yet. So a couple of things that kind of filled out those collections. There's a little kitty that is deciding to hang out right outside my window. Well, in my office. And he decides he wants to come in, but he's not coming in. He's been wreaking a little bit of havoc in this room because he likes to be in here when I'm in here designing. And that means he's all over all the things, which sometimes makes it a little difficult. Anyhow, so we'll be looking at a couple of things that have come in since I last showed you the rest of the collection. We will be looking at the reissued, re-released Simple Vintage Life in Bloom collection from Simple Stories. We'll talk about that for a while. And then we'll also be taking a look at my August stamp release. So that is our plan for this evening. We will also be together next Wednesday. Next Wednesday would be the, the 30th, 1st, I don't know, like the 5th or 6th or something like that, right? September 5th or 6th or something. But we'll be together then because then I will show you the completed Spooky Halloween Fun mini book project kit and also the completed, it has to be completed by then, my 2023 December documented mini book project kit. So we'll do those things next Wednesday. And then I'll also show you, I thought maybe they'd get here today, not here yet. So we'll look at next Wednesday too. Some awesome new Christmas release from Ellie Studio. So that is our plan for this evening. Let me look very quickly at the chat so I can see what's going on. Hi, Joe. They're here to, yeah, he was here to visit a kitty. Yes, and have dinner because, you know, he comes and visits the kitty, cleans the litter box, and then while he's here, he might as well have dinner with us. So it's a win-win for all of us. He usually comes about 3 times a week, so we see him definitely more now. Sam, our younger son, not Kat. Although we definitely see Kat more now too because Kat's living with us. Anyhow, we're talking, oh, I know, weather. Oh my goodness, weather. Our Florida friends, hope that our Florida friends are doing okay. Whether if you're here, wonderful, we're glad you're here, but if you are not here, we just know that we're thinking of you and thinking of all the peoples that are going through all different kinds of things wherever you are going through them. So, oh, Sheila, you're so nice. Sheila said, you dress so beautifully, Lil. Hi, Susan. Susan said, love your top. You guys are sweet. I put this on and Nick's like, oh, new top. And I'm like, no, honey, how could you not remember? I wore this top for the second annual Lail by Mail anniversary celebration, which was in March of 2022. He just looks at me and rolls his eyes. He's like, is there a tag on it? I'm like, no, there's not. And I'll prove it to you. I'll go show you the video and then you'll know. But I don't wear it very often because it's a little short. So it hits me in not a very flattering area. So you guys can't see it that way, but so it doesn't get worn out of the house yet. One of these days it will when that not so flattering area is a little bit more flattering, but you know what it is. We're just getting older and some of the things just aren't necessarily agreeing with us anymore. How about that? Oh, yo, mama dog. Oh, okay. Is that Carolyn? Please tell me that's Carolyn. Yo Mama Dog 365, I think that's Carolyn, said her daughter lives in Lakeland, Florida, and granddaughter lives in St. Petersburg. All okay. I'm very glad that they are okay. Very glad. Oh, Pamela, I'm so sorry. Pamela had a little kitty cross the Rainbow Bridge today. Oh, I'm so sorry, Pamela. I know how hard that is. I know. It's just, yeah, it's hard. But even though it's the right thing to do, it's still hard. I'm very sorry to hear that. Oh, Nick's on. What's Nick doing? He's just, hello, ladies. Hello, ladies. Nick's like, I gotta come on and say hi to my followers. Okay, whatever, honey, whatever. Hi, Nancy. Nice to see you. Oh, you the super blue moon. I know, you guys. Tonight's the blue moon. The super blue moon. Super blue moon is when there's a blue moon the second Saturday in the same month. And this is the last time there will be a super blue moon until 2037. So if you have clear skies tonight, just go outside and look. It's still light here where I am. So we're not seeing the moon yet because it's still blue skies, but I will for sure go out and look because it's kind of a big deal, right? Not until 2037, so it'll be a while. Okay, friends. Okay, let's do it. Okay, I'm going to rotate the camera and turn on the lights and turn off one light, turn on the other lights, and then we'll get going, okay? Then we will get going because I have some fun things to share. Hi, Carla. Nice to see you. Okay, here we go. Let's make sure that, I don't know, that's where it's supposed to be. And get the lights on. If you were with me on Saturday, I figured out what happened to the lights, although I still don't understand. They're two separate lights that have two separate cords. The cords were switched, although they're the exact same lights, at least I thought so. So that's kind of what was going on. So now the cords are labeled. So that's good. We shouldn't have that problem anymore. Cords are labeled and the light parts are labeled too. Let's see, are we good? I think we're good. Okay. Are we good? Okay, let's roll, everybody. Let us roll. Okay, first thing that I will show you that is brand new. Everything tonight is brand new. This is a small acrylic stamping block. So it is 1 3/4 inches wide. It has, can't remember, there's a special name for it, but this little grip, these little grips around the edge that are places for your fingers to kind of rest in, so that if you're taking one of your little stamps, you just kind of hold on to it like that, stamping block, right? That came about, I can't remember who asked for something like that. Someone asked, and I thought, well, of course, that only makes sense. I had been using one similar-ish, right? I've been using this guy, but I couldn't find this guy, so I found this guy, very similar. But it's nice for kind of your small-ish size stamps, okay? Small-ish. And I think price is very reasonable. I think it's $4. So it's nice, 1 3/4. And when we're stamping, when we're together on our Saturdays, I talk quite often about having the right tool for the job, right? So I say if you have it in your budget, it's a good idea to have different size stamping blocks because you don't want to be using a stamping block like this size for something, a little small stamp that would fit on here, right? We're always looking for ways that we can make our stamping easier and our stamping more successful, right? So having the right sized block is, I think, helpful. All right, so as we just look at the stamping blocks, that little guy, oops, I just put him away. That little guy is new. And then you have seen these guys previously, that set of those two little guys. So now you kind of have baby bear, maybe teen bear, baby bear, teen bear, and then like daddy bear. So you have 3 good assortments there, and those have been around for a little while. And then that is the brand new one. Okay, let's get those put away, and we'll move on to now the fun things. I mean, and that's fun, right? It's fun-ish, I guess. Tools are fun, right? But they're not as fun as some of these things that we like to play with. So a couple weeks back, I shared 3 new collections from American Crafts. Let me see. Hang on. Nancy said someone was thinking when that was designed. Yes, absolutely, with those little grips, kind of right little places for your hands to rest, especially when it's smaller like that. Kristen said, love that design of block, much easier to hold. Oh no, it's in all the sizes that Lawn Fun has. Oh, wonderful. And Carolyn just ordered the little 2 small set. Fabulous. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I shared 3 brand new collections from American Crafts: Moonlit Magic or Moonlight Magic, Farmstead Harvest, and Happy Halloween. Now, no, all 3 of these just came in. The one that has been around since then is the main character energy. But these 3 new guys just came in. So if you had ordered any of these collections, Moonlight Magic, Farmstead Harvest, or Happy Halloween, the 6x8 pads are now in. Or if you hadn't ordered them because you were waiting to see the pad, you haven't ordered kind of the collection, now you can see the pads because that kind of rounds it out, right? So Moonlight Magic, 36 6x8 sheets, that is a 6x8 pad. 6 of those pages have gold foil accents. So beautiful. This is another one of those collections that I call like an all-purpose collection because love that one, right? That little kind of starry night with the gold foil stars. Doesn't necessarily have a theme to it, so works for all different kinds of things. A lot of time, especially when we're doing our lists, right? We are looking for products that don't necessarily have a theme. I mean, sometimes we really want the theme, but other times we just want something super generic. So that's what we have here. Love that one with Moonlight Magic. Moonlit, Moonlight, whichever way you say it. I guess it's kind of like tomato, tomato. So 18 designs, 2 sheets each of 18 designs. And that is Moonlight Magic 6x8 pad. Moving right along into fall or autumn, we have Farmstead Harvest. This collection has been super popular so far. So Farmstead Harvest also has 36 sheets, some with foil, so some with gold foil accents as well. Some of you have worked with this collection with me. This one I love. Look at those leaves with the gold foil. Some of you have worked with this collection with me. I used Farmstead Harvest in the fall Traveler's Notebook kit. So we just earlier this week in the exclusive class with that, we set up our Traveler's Notebooks for the month of September using some products from Farmstead Harvest. But just beautiful, beautiful. I love this kind of bluish gray, that kind of steel colored gray in the collection. I think that really gives it a unique look and feel. I love that one too, all of those strips, because look at, if you're working in a Traveler's Notebook, like many of us do on Saturdays, or other times as well, a lot of times you just need something really simple to accent the bottom of your list. Well, look at all of that. You could cut all those up into individual strips, and those would make really great accents. It's also beautiful enough that you could put your list right on top of that paper, and then you've got all the kind of the decorating done for you, or at least a good start. All right, love the little mushrooms in this collection too. So I have had everything else in, the washi, both sets of die cuts, the 6x12 stickers, and the puffy stickers, but now the 6x8 pad is in as well. And then we have Happy Halloween. So Happy Halloween is so fun. It has kind of silver / holographic foil accents, okay? So when I say silver or holographic, they look silver, but then when you start kind of moving them around, right, you can kind of see that that's a little bit holographic. It has a little bit of a rainbow, right, holographic tint to it. I love the bright purple in this. You don't hear Lael say that very often. You don't hear love and purple in the same sentence coming out of my mouth very often, but I really love that really fun pop of purple in there. So look at those little guys, kind of the mummies. Traditional pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns. I love that one, right? That one has that iridescent foil spider webs. It's just a great kind of word art. Bats with the teal, another beautiful pop of color in there. Little kitties. Oh my gosh, the little kitty's noses are little holographic foil. That is so fun. I haven't looked at this yet. Beautiful, just kind of fun candy, bright colors, little skull and crossbones. They're smiley. They're happy though. Look, they've got little smiley faces on. A nice, that iridescent stripe. Look at those guys. They're like, what are they doing? What are they spelling? C-O-N, I don't know, but they're spelling something. For a minute there, I thought they were spelling like YMCA, but I don't think they are. Oh my gosh, too funny. And those ghosts, I love those little ghosts. That's a great one too. Kind of that line art, but it's with that holographic foil. And then that one, that's just a really great plaid, great Halloween plaid. And then I think, oh, was that the first one we looked at? No? Oh, there we go. And then your jack-o'-lanterns again. So 36 sheets, 2 sheets each of those 18 patterns that we saw. And some of them, as we saw, have the really fun kind of holographic foil accent. The other piece that we were waiting to arrive, also from Happy Halloween, is the 6x12 stickers. So let's take a quick look at these as well. I'm trying to decide right now. I'm a little bit torn because I have 3 Halloween collections. Happy Halloween from American Crafts, Fabulous from Simple Stories, and then what is it? Twilight? Is it Twilight from Frank Garcia and Prima? All 3 of them are getting low, and we're only in August. So I'm like, okay, should I place the reorder or should I just let it go and move on to the next thing? So I'm still trying to figure that out in my head. Beautiful 6x12 stickers. So 2 6x12 sheets, same icons that we were seeing in the paper pad. Again, here you have the holographic foil accents. Like, look at the kitten, the kitty with his little bones are that holographic foil. So fun. There's another, clearly I have cat on the brain. Little kitty with kind of wrapped like a mummy. These are great. Those 3 border strips. So the little kind of swirly. That guy is a little bit more of a vertical one because you have the spider in the center, and then of course the kitties with the cute pink noses. So that is the 6x12 sticker. Well, really it's 2 6x12 stickers, so kind of 12x12 if you put them together. And that's Happy Halloween. Okay, I should probably mention the reason I have cat on the brain. We have had cats, I don't know, since I graduated college. I had a cat. Long story, but our last cat passed away in 2021 of COVID, and we have not had any animals since then. Sam got a cat. Sam, our younger son, does not live with us. He is out on his own. He's adulting, so out on his own, and he got a cat and has had the cat for about 1.5 years, I think. Well, he moved, and one of his new roommates is allergic to cats. So now mom and dad have a cat. We'll give his cat some back to him at some point, but yes, so very much cat on the brain these days. Because we've only had it maybe 3 weeks or so, 2 or 3 weeks, so it hasn't been very long. Has not been very long. Okay, so next thing we want to look at is the die cuts. We're going to move off of Halloween and take a look at main character energy. So main character energy, I showed I think about half the products last time when I first received them, with the exception of these few SKUs that were they weren't in stock yet. So American Crafts did not have them in stock yet. So very fun. This pack has 51 pieces. Scale on these is really good. You have some that are very large. So nice, great accent pieces. Happy story. Do your thing. Do what you love. Every picture tells a story. So it'll just give you a feel for those die cut pieces. Again, love that one. This is another collection that really doesn't necessarily have a theme to it. So lots of great, it's just kind of a great all-purpose for lots of different things. I will show you, I used some of the things from Main Character Energy, this collection, on Saturday when we were listing. And if you were with me, you know where this is headed. I had a little accident while I was creating, and you know what? Those things happen, right? Those things happen. Okay, here's some of the really big pieces, but isn't that awesome? Look at the size of those. Very much larger die cuts, which are great. Okay, so I'll show you, I used it on a pretty quick list on Saturday. There we go. We created an anti-bucket list. And you may notice there's some kind of little orange things going on here, right? That was not part of the original design. As I was getting ready to stamp something, I accidentally dropped the orange ink pad onto my list. And that's when we go, oh, well, just work with it. So I dropped it once, and then I proceeded to drop it on purpose more times to make it look so like it was not quite as much as a boo-boo, right? You just got to embrace it. So I did use the paper pad, one of the papers from the paper pad, a sticker, washi, and then that fun die cut piece. So that was kind of a fun little happy accident. I was joking saying, yeah, we did some mixed media there. That's about as close as I get to mixed media, is accidentally, whoops, dropping the ink pad on something. Let's see. Hi, Diane. Nice to see you. Hi, Carrie. Let's see. Beverly said, great to be with you live from Sydney, Australia. You are the 31st of August. Yes, it's the next day where you are. It's almost noon. Welcome, 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 Beverly. Nancy gave a great reminder. If you guys are here watching, please give it a thumbs up. That is always very much appreciated. All right, so that those are the die cuts, or the ephemera from Main Character Energy, and these are the layered stickers. So look how beautiful these are. Some gold foil accents, but you see the layers in there? Each of those has at least 2 layers. Some of them have 3 layers. So base layer, second layer, third layer. How fun is that with the rainbows and the clouds and the birds? So the layered stickers, I think, are really, really fun. Layered stickers. And then I couldn't remember. I do not remember. I think this was already in stock. The Main Character Energy paper pad. The 6x8 paper pad. I'm pretty sure that was in stock when I showed it to you before. The start of the collection, but gold foil accents, and I'll just kind of really quickly flip through that. Now you can kind of get a better feel for how the embellishments might work with the paper pad, because before I think we had the paper pad, but we didn't have any of the embellishments because American Crafts had not started shipping them yet. All right, so Main Character Energy. It is very warm in here. It is extremely warm. I think yesterday we were about 100 here in Utah, and it's very warm today still. Normally we are very dry, very anti-humid, so very dry. It's very smoky, so I think we're getting smoke from fires somewhere in the Pacific Northwest, but it's almost like somehow moisture is just locked in here. So I definitely feel for those of you that, I don't know, it's probably like 12% humidity and I'm complaining, but I definitely feel for those of you that endure, and when I say endure, I mean endure the humidity day in and day out. I don't know how you do it. I'm impressed beyond all belief, because it about like takes everything out of me, it feels like. Okay, so now we are going to move into, I'm going to move all of these things onto this tray so we can use this other guy. There's still some things I have not cleaned off from trays in the past that I need to do, so I have a little bit more space to share. Simple Stories recently did something that I've only seen them do once ever. I worked for Simple Stories for 6 years, and 4 years ago now, gosh, 4 years ago, I made a really difficult decision to leave Simple Stories, to stop working full-time for Simple Stories and go out on my own and kind of turn my side hustle, Lael by Mail, into a full-time thing. So I've seen them do this once. Actually, I've seen them do it twice. The first time that they re-released a collection was with the original Say Cheese collection, their Disney-esque, Disney-ish themed collection. And manufacturers anymore, it's extremely rare that they will do a reprint, because by the time that you have to go back to China, manufacture everything again, it has to go 30 days on the water, get through customs, go through all that. By the time it gets back in stock again, people have kind of moved on to the next thing. So most manufacturers don't ever do a reprint. Simple Stories has re-released the Simple Vintage Life in Bloom collection. So that's what we're going to look at now. Simple Vintage Life in Bloom. I'll pull that one back in a sec. This sold out so incredibly quickly before that they decided to do a re-release. So I know there were quite a few people that didn't get a chance to even barely see it before, and it was gone. So they re-released it, so of course I brought it back in. We'll start out with the 6x8 paper pad. So Simple Stories paper pads, there are 24 sheets each. There are 2 sheets each of 12 different designs, but everything is double-sided. So you're basically getting 2 sheets each of 24 different designs, right? Because of the double side. So we'll take a look at this. Oh, I opened everything, I thought, except I didn't get this one yet. All right, so beautiful pastels. Lots of nice black accents with it. And we'll start to see the black accents come out a little bit in the embellishments, but it really is nice. The black accents, I think, really help to just kind of balance out the pastels. This is going to be another collection that is super neutral. And when I say neutral, I mean that you can use this for pretty much anything, right? It's not super specific. It's not summer, it's not Christmas, it's not Halloween, it's not fall. It's just really nice and generic. This guy, I was able to use this collection, I think once, on one list before it sold out, and then I didn't use it anymore. So I thought I would show that. I had used that paper and some of the rub-ons for this list that we did back in February of this year. So we were kind of doing a little thing about focusing on things that I was looking specifically at one of the items I had set out to focus on at the beginning of the year. Wow, that took a long time to get out. Anyhow, use that beautiful Life in Bloom collection for that. And that was that paper. But look at, even that, it's just so beautiful. That kind of super plain, what otherwise would be book pages with some splatters of ink. Beautiful teal. The tickets, love those tickets. In fact, I used the tickets on that other page on the background. Oh my gosh, if Nick is still watching, I need him to bring my fan in. That's just kind of a nice black background with the different color polka dots. Look at that one with all of the typewriter keys, just beautiful. Love that horizontal stripe, little film strip there. So beautiful patterns, and see what I mean now when I say the black just really it's such a nice complement, I think, in my opinion, to all the beautiful colors. It just really helps to balance it out. Your cut apart cards, and then your second sheet of cut apart cards. And then we start the repeat there. So that is a 6x8 pad. You will see as I go through, we'll take a look at the individual a la carte products that I brought in, and also big bundle. Pardon me 1 second, you guys. Nick, will you bring my fan in, please? Oh my goodness, I am. Will you also bring the little white one that's on the counter? Do you hear him? He's like, oh, good Lord. Men, he has no idea what it's like to be in menopause. Oh, goodness, right? Don't you sometimes say, I wish that men sometimes could experience some of the things that we experience? Because I think if they could, some of those things would be solved. Some of those issues that we have to go through would be solved if men had to go through them, right? All right, next up, we are looking at the sticker book. So sticker book has 12 sheets. There are 361 stickers in the sticker book. Yay, my hero! No, over here, honey.
I'm a tyrant.
They think you're a tyrant. They do. I tell them all the things about you. They don't think you're a tyrant. They know you're a tyrant.
They probably think it's like 80 degrees in the house and it's 70.
You know, it's 74.
And it's just because you're old.
And I'm going through menopause. And these lights are hot. Oh,
No, they're not.
guys, don't mind us. We've been married 28 years. Don't mind us. This is just regular banter. Regular banter in the day of the con cars. Okay, I know, right? Scrapped NH, they would never make it. Absolutely, they would never make it. Pamela said, thanks, Nick. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Oh, okay, well, he put it like across the room. And it's on like one. Okay, hold on. We're gonna get serious here. Hold on. Come on. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness, it doesn't really feel like it's going. Sorry, a little squirrel moment. Okay, anyhow, back to why you're here. The sticker book. So 12 sheets, 361 stickers, and those beautiful florals. Look at the size of that. It is just giant, and I love the scale of that. The fun bees. Look at the little bee bums. They're so cute. They're little behinds. Beautiful alphabet. Another alpha, your typewriter keys, but typewriter keys done in a little bit of a different way because look at, there's like little ink splotches on there. It looks like somebody went whoops and dropped a little bit of ink like I did, right? Although that's a little bit more thoughtfully placed than mine. With some little kind of words and phrases. You are amazing, believe in yourself. Yes, we need to have that tattooed across our forehead some days, right? The nice circle little icons. Beautiful butterflies. Those butterflies in all the beautiful colors in the collection. So pretty, kind of that watercolor look. Your little like banners, your little strips. So these again, Traveler's Notebooks, they're perfect width if you're working across the width of a Traveler's Notebook page, or if you're doing cards or tags, or you could even use those as accents on like a 4x6 card or something like that. Love that one, that really large scale. So that's probably about 5 inches wide. More sentiments. Oh, those flowers, beautiful flowers. And then this one is so fun, that camera that's so popular in this collection. So in 2 different sizes, and all those little tickets and then stamps. These little guys are a little bit reminiscent of a little slide, right? Like a little photo film slide. Tickets, just love the tickets so much in this collection. And then your labels and your little tabs. So that is the sticker book. 12 by 12 sticker sheets. So when this originally came in, I don't remember doing I don't know, maybe I did, a What's New Wednesday. Then we have the rub-on. So 2 6x8 sheets of your rub-on transfers. And the colors, I think one of the things that made this collection so popular was the vibrant color palette. I mean, the colors just like jump off the page, but not in a bad way, right? It's just so beautiful. So there is your first rub-on sheet, 6x8. And then the second one. I know I used this. Oh, look it. I'm like, I know I used the rub-ons. There's a rub-on right there. And then that little kind of ink splotch is a little rub-on down there in that corner. So those are the rub-ons from Life in Bloom. Then we will move on to the die cuts. So one package is the ephemera, which are kind of like the larger die cuts. And then we have the bits and pieces and the floral bits. So ephemera, beautiful. Look at the size of that. So that is probably maybe 3.5 inches by probably 4 inches. Actually, it's even wider. It's probably 3 3/4 by 4.5 maybe. There's some layering. Looks like the pieces are layered. It's just the artwork, right? But the scale of these, that's the difference between the ephemera and the die cuts. Generally is going to be the scale, so much larger. Nice large ticket. There's also, they include a few smaller pieces as well, but look at that. Some old like vintage, I don't know what that one is behind there, but then just some vintage pieces. There's a vintage playing card. And then look at this. That is a library card. The first date on there is May 17th, 1963, I believe. So that was vintage artwork. Very cool. Very cool. Janine said, love this collection. Glad they released it. I am too, Janine. I'm very glad because I didn't have much chance to play with it at all because it sold out so quickly. That's another beautiful, like a frame and all the layered pieces behind it. I think Simple Stories does a really great job with all their simple vintage collections and doing the layering for us, right? Sometimes we get a little freaked out about layering, and I know because you guys tell me, get a little freaked out about your layering because you don't know exactly how to do it or where to start, what sizes, what shapes. And so in a lot of their pieces, look at like that one, they've done all the layering for you. So really on that one, all I would do is probably come in and add maybe a die cut with a pop dot or something like that and put it right there. And then that would kind of round it all out. So makes it really easy. That one's beautiful. $1 fine for books returned without date cards. Oh my gosh, isn't that hilarious? It's like date cards. What are you talking about? Okay. So now we are going to move on to the 2 packs of die cuts. So once we get done with looking at the two packs of die cuts and the washi, then we will take a look at the big bundle because I did big bundles. And I will tell you before we started, there were only a handful left. I placed a reorder with Simple Stories for everything in the big bundle. So I totally forgot to add it back. I forgot to add those to the website before we started. So those will let's see, tomorrow will be Thursday, so I'll probably get the reorder of the big bundle Tuesday. So I will just know that holiday's coming and you won't see anything ship out after tomorrow, and then we'll start shipping it on Tuesday. All right, so on the left here, we have the regular bits and pieces. So regular bits and pieces, there are 45 pieces. Nice assortment of smaller icons, some words and phrases. There's that beautiful camera again. That, you guys, can you see that? Look at the pink and the purple in there. That color is so beautiful. There are your little slides. We saw those in the sticker book. Lots of small little pieces for your layering, right? Sometimes we need our smaller little guys for our layering. Some tickets, little banners. You can see all of that on the website. Everything that I'm showing you is currently available and shipping now. LailByMail.com. There's a link to that in the description box of the video. There's lots of little hearts here, but they're all turned over. You can see that or see all of the things in the description box of the video. There's a little link there that says what's new, and that will take you to everything that you're seeing. Or you just go to LailByMail.com and click on the blue bar at the top that says what's new. All right, so those were the regular bits and pieces. Over here on the right, we have the floral bits. Look at that. I mean, is that not the most beautiful thing that you've ever seen? And take a look at the scale. So those are probably about 3 by 3. Nice large flowers there. And then they start to go down smaller in size. Anytime in the past when I would teach a class with florals or butterflies, generally you did not have manufacturers making die cut packs that were the floral specific, right? You had to buy the paper and fussy cut. And some of you have been with me in the past in a class where we'd be fussy cutting all those beautiful flowers or all the beautiful butterflies or whatever out. And every time I would say, oh my gosh, because you guys would say, oh my gosh, I hate the fussy cutting. And I'd say, oh my gosh, if a manufacturer would make die cuts, the flowers already done for you, we wouldn't have to. So love it that Simple Stories does that. Pretty much anymore, any one of their collections that has any kind of floral in it, they will do a floral die cut pack, which is just so nice to have all those flowers and you don't have to fussy cut them. Let's see. Wanda said, who knew library cards would end up in our journals? I know, Wanda, guess what? One of my best selling stamps still, and it is my very, very first stamp. Not the very first, it was, I think, the second one, is this guy, the library card stamp. That is right up there with my the bullet stamps, but that one just keeps selling and selling and selling because it's just so versatile. Right, who knew we'd have library cards and library card pockets in our projects? I agree. I agree. All right, so I'm going to look very quickly and see. I think, just bear with me while we look through here. I think I did do a What's New Wednesday when the collection first came out, the beginning of this year. So I'm going to see if I swatched the washi. We're just looking at my stamp testing book. So anytime I am stamping, I always test first, and that's what this book is for. But then I've started pulling it out and also doing my washi. Oh, here it is. My washi swatching when I would pull things out on What's New Wednesday to show you guys. So there are the 5 rolls of washi that are in the Life in Bloom collection. So 1, 2, 3 that are your kind of standard width washi, the 15 millimeter, and then your 2 thinner rolls of washi, which are, I want to say 8. I think those are 8 millimeter and 15 millimeter. So just about a little smidge, not quite half or a little bit more than half. I don't remember which it is, but so there's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful washi that's part of that Life in Bloom collection. I think that one's my favorite. I love that kind of rainbow with the pattern. Let me make sure you can see that because sometimes, Beverly, this one is called Life in Bloom, Simple Vintage Life in Bloom. Sorry, you guys, I was a little bit out of frame there, so you couldn't see those last 2. You're just looking at the word favorite over and over and over again. Hang on. There we go. All right, so now you can see that. Yes, it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful collection. All right, so now what I wasn't doing before when that collection first came out, which I started doing a little bit later in the year, was offering the collection in a big bundle. So big bundle includes, I say just about everything in a collection, because sometimes if there's like a stamp set in the collection that I'm like, meh, doesn't really speak to me, then I don't include it, and then you don't pay for it. So this is the Life in Bloom Big Bundle. So just about everything in the collection. The website will tell you all of the items that are in the collection or in the big bundle. It will list everything out. But the nice thing about the big bundle is because you're buying it all together in one bundle, I discount it 15% for you. So it's kind of a win-win. So the big bundle always includes the 12 by 12 collection kit. So that gives you 12 sheets of the 12 different 12 by 12 papers. And sorry, not 12 sheets of the 12 different, one sheet each of 12 different papers. How about that? And then the beautiful 12 by 12 cardstock sticker sheet. You have the chipboard stickers, 6 by 12 chipboard stickers. You have the foam stickers, which are always my very, very, very favorite in any collection that Simple Stories does. So two different sheets of foam stickers. You have the 6x8 pad, which we already took a look at. You have the sticker book, which we already took a look at. You have the rub-ons, the washi, the 3 different die cut packs. So the ephemera, it's a lot in here. The ephemera, the bits and pieces and the floral bits. You have the layered chipboard, so this is really pretty. Most of it, well, not most of it, but you'll notice there's quite a few of the pieces in the collection that I don't bring in open stock. I just have it in the big bundle. So the layered stickers are beautiful. Give you some little extra dimension there. The decorative brads, so these are self-adhesive. Decorative brads up towards the top, and then you have the chipboard pieces along the bottom. The glitter enamel dots, so 60 glitter enamel dots. You have 5 different colors, 1, 2, 3 different size circles. And finally, the chipboard frames. So the chipboard frames are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful if you're working in, like a 12 by 12 scrapbook, or even an 8.5 by 11, I suppose, or in a mini book or something like that. So there are 6 different chipboard frames. Actually, that one could really go either way, right? 6 different chipboard frames, so different dimensions, different orientations. And that is the big bundle for Life in Bloom. So if you missed it when I said it before, I'm just going to put these all back in here very quickly. I think I was down to like the last 3 before I started the video. I placed a reorder with Simple Stories earlier today to bring in more of the big bundles. I forgot to, and the washi. I forgot to update that on the website before we started, because we ended up having a very lengthy conversation at dinner with Sam. So I forgot to do that before we started. So as soon as we're done, I will go back and add those. So if you're looking for that big bundle and you go to the website and you see it's not there, or you see it's sold out, then no fear, they'll be back. They will be back. All right, now, next thing we're going to do is take a look at my August stamp set release, okay? August stamp set. So August was a big month for stamp release. I did 8 stamps. One of them is a very limited edition, and that is this guy. This one is called Celebrate. I originally had this designed for a make and take, a very specific make and take that I did at the 3 Craft Chicks Seaside Summer Camp at Lake Lottawashi retreat in Spokane earlier this month. So that I had to buy a certain amount through the company where I order my stamps, so I did have some extra, and I put those on the website. But these will be a one and done. I won't produce these again because I produced them specifically for that. So that is the Celebrate stamp set. And here's a little idea. This is actually what we did in the make and take. We made 2 cards. So it's kind of fun about that stamp set. You have the cake on the cake stand with all the candles. And then you have the Celebrate phrase. You have 1 individual candle, so you could do something like that where you do lots of candles. And then you have a happy birthday. So really, you could use this stamp for all different kinds of things beside a birthday, right? Celebrate, you can celebrate anything. So celebrate is super generic. Even your little candles here, your cake here could be super generic. If you're doing like a bridal shower or something like that, I would just take a little a sticky, right, and create a mask, put that down on my paper, put the little sticky on my paper, and then I would stamp that so the candles would not end up getting stamped. So just have a nice little cake, wedding cake, bridal shower, something like that. So that is the Celebrate stamp set. That is hand drawn. My friend Christine of Pop Daisy Art. So she, I commissioned her to do any of the stamps with her drawings. Those are all hand drawn from Christine, even her fun little writing. Okay, so that was the first one. There is one that I can only talk about right now. It is the one that is holding up the shipment of the entire, if you ordered the full bundle of all the stamps in the release, I should mention it doesn't include that one. But if you ordered the bundle of all the stamps in the release, this one stamp is holding up the shipment of that bundle, because I have not received my sample yet. I should have my sample on Tuesday. As soon as I have a chance to test it, make sure it looks okay, then I give the thumbs up to the manufacturer and they produce the stamp. So we're still looking at mid-September for this one single stamp and the entire August stamp bundle. Everything else I will show you is currently shipping. And I'm a dummy. I am a dummy. I should have printed it out so you could see it. We will definitely see that one, hopefully next Wednesday. But it is, you'll see it on the website. It's a cute little 3x3 stamp set called Mini Icons Fall. So we'll take a look at that one. We'll have to take a look at that one next week. But the others that are part of the bundle, that are part of this release, I need to kind of separate these guys for a minute. This guy, both of those. This one, and oh, I know what I forgot. Oh no, it fell on the floor. And this one. All right, so we're going to start out with this guy. This one has kind of a fun story behind it. I saw this stamp, okay? I saw this stamp on Etsy. And I thought, oh my gosh, I love that so much. It's a perpetual calendar, right? That one stamp is a stamp for every day of the week, every week of the month, and every month of the year in that one little stamp. And I started playing around on paper and started figuring out a different way that I could try to do a perpetual calendar. And I just kept coming back to this in my head going, this is the one I want. So we reached out to the person on Etsy, and that person was selling them rubber, like the wooden block rubber stamps with that. And I reached out and said, I love this stamp so much. This is who I am. You can go to my website. You can see that I do stamps. I'd really be interested in licensing that artwork. And they said, absolutely, which I loved. It's so fun, I think, when you can have different companies. And this was just a small business like me. I'd never heard of them. I just happened to see that stamp on Etsy and I really liked it. And so we made a mutually beneficial business arrangement. So that was really fun. So perpetual calendar. The idea behind the perpetual calendar is you stamp that little guy. Once you stamp that little guy, you have all of these little shaded icons. So I will show you how that works with this little guy. I used this on a list. I used that stamp set on a list this most recent Saturday on the 26th. That is the perpetual calendar. So I stamped the top part of that stamp set, the calendar, and then I used the large circle to highlight the S because it was Saturday. I used the oval to highlight August because it was August. And then I highlighted the 26th because that was the 26th. Now I used a really light pink, so hopefully you can see that. I think you can see that, but that's how that is intended to work. So you can use a combination of the perpetual calendar and then also those little icons, those little solid icons, to then stamp over your day of the week, month of the year, and day of the month. So those little guys, you have options. And then added
this year, this week, now, today, and this month, if you decided you wanted to title your little calendar. All right, so that is the perpetual calendar, and that's a fun little 3x4 size. Next up, we have, this came at a request from enough of you that I went, okay, I hear you loud and clear, I will do this. A few of the sets that we're going to take a look at now are complementary stamps, I guess, to existing stamp sets that I already had. So this one was part of the March release. This was in collaboration with my friend Christine, Pop Daisy Art. I wanted a number set and I had her hand draw a number set. So that stamp would stamp an outline, right? You'd have an outline of the stamp. This now, new this month, is the complement to that. So that is the exact same stamp, but that is now solid. So you have the solid and then you have the outline. You can use either of them independently or you can use them both together. So here's an example of how I had used the outlined version. The outlined version was used way back this spring on those little circles with those numbers. So all I did was stamp in black those numbers. Okay, so that's the outline version. Now, typically when I use that stamp set, and I could not find my sample book for the life of me, so it's here somewhere. Typically when I use that stamp set, I would stamp the outline, and then this guy wasn't in existence yet. So then I would color in. I would color in either the same color if I wanted a solid, or I would color in a different color. But now you have the outline, came out in March, and in August you have the complementary solid set. Again, you can use them independently of each other or stamp this guy and then stamp that guy on top of it. So those are Christine numbers small, Christine small numbers. I did the same thing with the medium numbers, okay? This was part of the March release, and now part of the August release, you have that complementary. You can use either independently or stamp and then stamp. So you have a kind of a double, even if you didn't want to use a different color, you may just, well, actually that wouldn't make any sense, Lyle. If you didn't want to use a different color, then you would just use that one. You wouldn't use the outline because you'd be wasting your time. All right, these two are both brand new. Now these I have had sitting here since these both came out. These came out in March. These have been in existence since March. You just didn't know it. Because I thought back then, you know what, we're gonna do in small and medium, but I'm gonna wait until it's about time when we start talking about December Documented and December Daily. And when you are looking for large number stamps to number the days in your December projects, okay? So that's what these guys are. Again, you have the outline and you have the solid. Can be used independently or be used in conjunction with each other. There's an example of this on the website, but I don't have it because I didn't do it. Amy did it for me. So you can go see that example where she stamped two different colors. But these are designed to fit in your, let me just look here. These are designed to fit in your, don't pay any attention. This is mid-design, so it's not done yet. All right, let's just pretend this. Also, don't pay any attention of my little cheat sheet notes and things like that here. Those are designed to fit either individually, I'll pull one of these out just so you can see, either fit individually on a 3x4 card, like my 5 could fit right there, or if I wanted to do like the 12th, my 12 would fit right there side by side with some decoration around it. So those guys, that was in my mind, the size of these, that's why I had them designed and sized the way that I did. So these could be used in your December Daily, December Documented, kind of your December projects where you may be numbering quite a few things. So that's what that little set is about. And that is the, those are Christine large numbers, the solid, and then the regular. So this is just called Christine large numbers, and this is called Christine large numbers solid. That's how you know I didn't intend to do that. If so, I would have called these outlined and then called these solid. So there you go. You have 3 different sets, both versions. The last stamp in the release, again, except for the one that I can't show you, let me put this back, because if you've ever wondered about my process, how my process works when I'm designing things like this, there you go. Don't want to show it all to you, but that's how I start getting everything together in my brain. Well, not in my brain because it's on paper. It's in my brain and then it moves to paper. All right, get that out of the way. Oh yes, so the last one is Willie Alpha. So Willie Alpha, the original, came out in, I hate this part. I hate how it's doing that, where the light totally reflects. Original Willie Alpha came out in March. That is a 6x8 set. That is a 75-piece stamp set, okay? So you have all uppercase, lowercase, and then all of your numbers. And you even have multiples of, because you'd say, Lael, well, 26 and 26 is definitely not 75. That's because you have multiples of every letter. So that was original Willie Alpha. And now you have Willie Alpha Solid. So just like we saw, complementary set, both 6x8, they are fit each other exactly. You can use them both independently or you can use them together. So I did use both of these this past Saturday on one of our List With Me lives. This was things in our house now that are always in the fridge. So you can see what I did. I first stamped Willie Alpha Solid, the new solid, and then I used the original Willie Alpha for the little outline of those letters. Okay, so just fun, right? Gives you a little bit more of a, I don't know, just a little bit of a different look when you have either the solid by itself or that the outline by itself. So what I thought I'd do is also show you way back here. This was also in March. This is an example. That little guy right there is Willie Alpha. So that was the Willie Alpha original. So it's just called Willie Alpha, and did not have the solid to use with it. So I just stamped and then colored in to spell the word dogs, right? And I did the same thing on cats. I stamped the outline in black and then colored in with a colored pencil cats. So I had to do that because this little guy didn't exist. Now that this guy exists, I mean, you could still color in, but I think this just makes it a lot easier to have the complementary. The other thing that you can do with this, you don't have to use the outline at all, right? Here's an example on the back side that Amy did. Here's an example of just stamping the solid, that new solid. So like happy without having to color it in. So one-step process. And actually, there is the solid of the Christine small numbers there. And that is the solid of the Christine medium numbers. Was that it? I think that's everything. Let me check, you guys. Was there one more? No, that's all I have to show you. I thought I had one more example, but I don't. All right, I am going to flip the camera. Hi, Gabby. Nice to see you. Gabby said hello. Finally able to catch a live, and then we're done. Let me turn off that. And let me turn off this guy, and then I will rotate the camera. Beverly said, okay, I filled my cart, Lael. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Love it, love it, love it. Beverly, that dog, it's kind of a funny story about that dog. That dog is not my dog. It could be my dog. When I was growing up, we had those dogs. We had old English sheepdogs. And when I was in Houston with my friend Amy, who does some work for me, we saw that dog. That dog actually has its own Instagram account. I didn't know that. I saw the dog and I said to the guy, oh my gosh, can I pet your dog? And I started talking to him about old English sheepdogs because that's what I had growing up. And the dog's name is Henry, and Henry has his own Instagram account. So it's funny. I now follow Henry. Okay, friends. Whew. All crooked. There you go. So that is what is new for this week. This week of August something, the end of August. I guess what, August 28th, 2023. That is what's new at laelbymail.com. So everything that you see is shipping now. What I didn't show you again was the last of the 7 stamps that are part of the new release. And that was the mini fall icons. And I'm not really going to talk about them now because when we're together next Wednesday, I'm going to show you
They're the first in a series. So every time going forward, I will be releasing a stamp set like that. And they have something very specific that goes with them. So that a lot of you have bought. So yeah, that's our plan. If you were normally listing with us on Saturday, we are not listing this Saturday. Saturday, September 2nd, we are not listing because I'm going out of town. We are also not listing Saturday, September 9th, because I will be in Minnesota teaching at Firefly Farm Fox Forest Retreat Center. So I will not be in town for the 9th either. So we will be listing on Saturday, September 16th. That is the only Saturday in September, because the following 2 Saturdays, one I'm teaching again, and then one I'm out of town again. So our listing schedule is published always on the blog, laelbymail.com blog, and then in the Facebook page, on the Facebook page, and in the Facebook group. So anytime that gets updated, if something has to change, then I post it there just so you are aware. All right, friends, I think that we are good. Oh, I know, last thing I'll tell you. Many of you have already placed orders for either the December documented mini book project kit, the spooky Halloween fun mini book project kit, and or the August stamp release. So if you saw something tonight and you're like, oh my gosh, I absolutely have to have that. If you want me to add that to your order, I can. You can do one of 2 things. You can either email me and say, Lael, please add these items to my order, and then everything will ship together. Or you can place a separate order. If you place a separate order, then I will wait to ship both of those orders until everything is in stock mid-September and ready to go. And then when your orders ship, we'll refund one of the shipping fees. So you only pay shipping once, even if you place 2 separate orders. So that's where we are. If you guys have any questions, you know how to reach me. Go to laelbymail.com and click contact us, or you can leave a comment here on this video and I will be notified and reply. Those of you that weren't making it live and watched the replay, welcome to you. If you have a question, same thing, leave a comment on the video. I think I pretty much caught all the comments in the chat. If I didn't, I apologize, and for sure just reach out and email me and I will answer your question. All right, you guys, thank you. I will not be seeing you. I'll see you next Wednesday. I will see you next Wednesday. We'll all be here. Just so you know, that's where I'll be. I'll be here next Wednesday for another What's New Wednesday. And then we'll just have to work in our seeing each other. If not on Saturday, September 16th for listing, then it'll be sometime. It'll be sometime somewhere. I will see you. So have a great rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend. Long weekend, both in the US and Canada. I don't know if it's long weekend in other countries. I do know Colleen did tell me, yes, it is in Canada too. So Colleen, if you're here, thank you. Yes, enjoy the long weekend, and I will hope to see you soon somewhere on the interwebs. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.